Jeff the Wealth Builder, financial advisor, strategist, cash value life insurance enthusiast. You're on this edition of Money Mondays, where we talk to a dope financial professional and we get some money insights on what they're doing to use to build and grow the communities that they are serving. And on this edition, we're talking to a cash value wealth builder. And a cash value wealth builder is a professional or entrepreneur who is leveraging cash value life insurance to buy assets that is going to produce monthly income. They're also using that life insurance to replace their income so they can have money to live out on their terms and fund the things that they're passionate about. And on this edition of Money Mondays, we're talking to Andrew Stevens from Stevens Trucking Company, and we're going to get down to the nitty gritty and the insights on how Andrew have been working and developing Andrew's trucking company into a powerhouse on the East Coast. So we're going to dive in and get some questions going, and we're going to get this episode underway. So make sure you tune in, get your notes out. It's going to be a livid conversation, and hopefully you can get a nugget financially or two that you can use to build your financial empire as well. Welcome, Andrew. How you doing today on Money Mondays? What's going on, my man?
It's a blessed day. Thank you for having me, Jeff. I'm just ready to get into it and tell you what I got.
All right, I like that. I like that. So, trucking is one of those kind of businesses that it's been around for a long time, and I know many people are trying to break into the trucking business.
Yes, sir.
So, I want you to break down some things for like what inspired you to get into the trucking business. So, tell us a little bit about your story and what inspired you to start Andrew's Trucking Company.
So basically, I started with when I was younger. My family had a paper route business, so they would deliver phone books back in the day. I was learning how to bag the itineraries in there, learning routes, and then pretty much knowing the area around there with the zip codes and everything like that. So my dad had that company with my mom, so I started getting used to everything like that every day, and we became number one in our area too as well. So that I really started out learning how to do the transportation business like that, and then from after that, fast forward to the future, when I first got out of college, I didn't know what to do. As any other black brother coming home from college, they just trying to get back into the actual market of, getting a job, trying to figure some things out. It's a new lease on life. So coming from that, I started working odd jobs, started talking with a couple of friends and stuff like that. They was telling me, hey, why don't you get into trucking? Because it's very lucrative right now. So I said, hey, you know what? I'm thinking about it. But the conversation kept coming over and over and over again. So I said, hey, let me look into this, because this might be something I might be very interested in.
So when you got into that trucking business, you started Andrew's Trucking. You started it at a very young age. Like, what was one of those? Talk to us a little bit about what some of those initial challenges that you face. And I mean, you're just getting out of college. You're pretty, as they say back, the old folks say, you're wet behind the ears. You really don't know a lot that's going on. So what were some of those initial obstacles and challenges that you faced? And more importantly, what tell us a little bit what you did to overcome those obstacles as well.
So the biggest obstacles that I had in the beginning is not knowing the game at all, not knowing the industry at all. So pretty much the learning experience, being new to it, trying to understand where to go, what niche I want to be into as well, because in trucking you have, you got box trucking, you got long hauls, you have short hauls, you have flatbeds, you have hazards, you have all different types of things you can go into for just in the actual transportation industry. So I had to figure out which one I had wanted to get into and the least amount of money to get into it. I was working at a box trucking company already when I first got out, so I started learning about the game already about that, and then taking little notes here and there. What should I do? What should I be implementing in certain things? Because I wanted to get started, because all the conversations I was having at that point in time. So I started with my own box truck, and then start learning how to do insurance, and then learning different types of insurance. And there's selective and there's all the way around insurance as well. So just knowing that where I can fit in and what's best for cost efficiency for me as well. So learning about how long it would take for my MC to get, I'll say, activated. And I had to wait 21 days for that too as well. So when you get in your actual trucking industry, your actual MC and your authority started, you had to wait 21 days before you actually be able to get started and travel around the world or roll back and forth, state to state. You can actually get into it, but you can drive around that state, but you can't go across state lines. So me not knowing that too as well is little things I had to get under control with that too. So I knew I couldn't start. Just reaching out to other people, as they say, YouTube University. Start learning all different types of things about that. How to go in there directly, how to deal with clients, how to deal with customers on all different angles and stuff like that. So pretty much understanding just the basics in the beginning. I know I don't tell people this story a lot of how much I was down bad in the beginning. I was down a negative $4,730 my first week of actually traveling.
So your first travel trip, you took a loss almost $5,000, huh?
Yes, sir.
So how did that make you feel?
Horrible. I was all over the place, pretty much don't know what to do. And my first trip was from PA to Chicago, so the Windy City. I was going out there delivering chocolate. And just remember my first time out there in a blizzard in a storm. Never told you this, but out there in a blizzard and a storm, I had to travel 630 miles straight up the mountains and everything like that. Pretty much couldn't see nothing. Just hoping to God I make it home. At the same time, we think about all these things that we're going through and not knowing what's happening. So I was just pretty much thinking to God, let me get this new experience on my life and my belt, and then, keep pushing forward. So once I actually got there, I ain't tell nobody this too as well. I'm going to give you a little secret, because I'm telling you, it's crazy. But my first time getting to the actual chocolate factory, I had my first accident.
Oh, really?
So my first day, I was down negative 4,000, and I had an accident.
So your first getting into entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
Not only do you lose almost $5,000, you had your first accident.
Yes, sir.
So what propelled you to keep going?
I'm determined.
Okay.
Honestly, I've always been that way. I've never been a person to give up at all. So pretty much that attitude that I carry for. I won championships when I was in high school, won championships when I was in college and stuff like that. So I know with, new things, it's always, you're going to take L's in a lot of things that you do. And it's pretty much of how you're going to react to that, how you're going to battle adversity. That's the biggest thing that we all learned playing sports at all. Battling against adversity, big different challenges that you're going to go through, and how you're going to make it out. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. So, and I've been a leader of my team from every different angle, every different sport. So I'm pretty much built for it.
So you're not judged on what you start, you're judged by what you finish. So you had your first accident, you took your first L, so you're like, no, I can't finish like this, huh? So I gotta remix this and get my game plan together so I can get to the next level.
Because you by yourself, ain't nobody out there for you to help you. You an entrepreneur. Now you got to see what's really out there. Now you really got to get your feet wet, as you said as well, and start learning life lessons.
So tell us a little bit how you found this Amazon relationship, and how has that Amazon relationship impacted your business?
Honestly, it has propelled me like tenfold, honestly. So as I stated as well, I was out there doing box trucks, but I came back. I started making negotiation deals with other people that I was doing transportation in before with regular jobs and stuff like that. So just by learning how to build partnerships with them and then providing them the best value I can so I can get paid well, which is one, and then I don't have all those expenses as I was acquiring over the road, and then I can actually minimize my mistakes and then be able to critique them and make it a lot more better. So pushing forward beyond that, I was doing some DSP work. I moved to, when a Relay app came up, it's called Amazon Relay, and that's with delivering from warehouse to warehouse, and it can be with a box truck or it can be with an actual semi-tractor. So I started out with an actual actual box truck, and then I was just making a name for myself. So I became the most valued, and my scores was always at 99 percentile. I knew how to dispute some things. I started learning the system. And by them seeing I was learning the system, I started getting paid a lot of money. So I'll say by creating that value that for my customer, it was what they needed to reach out to me. So they reached out to me about the actual proposal of what they wanted me, like, hey, you want to be a part of this. We see you always averaging at this. You have all these selective brokers on our company. They always speaking about you in highly as a high value for us. So I said, you know what? Yes, sir. I'll do everything I can. I try to provide the best service I can as well, et cetera. So pretty much understanding that by me creating that value for those customers is how I move up over and over again. So by acquiring that actual contract, I thought about it. I made $250,000 my first year in box trucking too as well.
Say it ain't so.
Yes, sir. So
That is awesome.
So I know how to make partnerships.
Whoa. Hold on. Break this down. Break this down for brother man for a minute. So you mean to tell me?
Even though I had that negative loss.
I was about to say you had a accident your first week. Yes, you took an L for almost $5,000. You made almost $250,000 in your first year.
Sure.
So if someone was looking at this box trucking opportunity, whether it be with Amazon or someone else, like what would you tell them in that process to continue to pique their interest and for them to go and propel to go forward with it?
I would say honestly, well, you saying as keep like if they provided you as a contract or would
to get into business, to get started,
business.
Yeah.
I would say do your research
okay.
first. Always do your research about these things that you get into. Business is not something that you just hop into. Learn about the business, try to understand it the best way you can, and then try to get guidance. Get that guidance that you need, get that mentor that you need, get that person that you need. Because as I just told you, I was a negative. I didn't have a mentor at that time, so I had $1,000, mistakes and costs that I had to learn from.
Okay.
And by me learning from those things, that would turn everything around for me. So
okay.
I start understanding what I was going through.
So I'm big on mentorship, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
So mentorship is I like to say, you're helping someone navigate a process to not make the errors and the mistakes that you've made in your process of entrepreneurship. So if you had a mentee right now, what would be 3 things that you would have that mentee focus on for their professional growth to exceed in the business of trucking?
So
right now,
the 3 biggest things I say is time management, understanding your costs too as well, and then networking, understand how to partner with people. Those are the 3 vital things I say right now when you first get in trucking that you need to know how to do, and understanding the process of those things too, because those can prepare you at a whole nother level, as it did for me too as well. So you have to know the basics. And then from then on, know what it takes to get into the business, into the market.
That's awesome. So this is Jeff the Wealth Builder. We on Money Mondays. We're talking to Andrew Stevens from Stevens Trucking Company. Young brother here, under 30 years old with his own trucking company. I find that to be fascinating, and I find that to be very inspirational, especially for the youth to watch and to see, and for older folks as well, as that, it is so important to get started in your journey, to build your business, to kind of have your impact on this world. And one of the things on how business plays such an important a component in what we're doing as far as wealth generation, as far as intergenerational wealth, and being in a position to kind of fund the things that you're passionate about. Those are some of the things that I see business ownership and entrepreneurship as being so keys to doing it. And one of the things I look at my journey in entrepreneurship, and I remember the late, great Miles Monroe always said to find a problem and start a business. That thing stuck with me and it still sticks with me today, because business is very key, and entrepreneurship is the way to kind of reduce this wealth gap here that's in America. So 30 years old, under 30 years old, trucking company. you got to give us some skills. You got to break down some of these business strategies that you've learned in such a short time in entrepreneurship that's helping to propel your growth. So, can you tell us, like, what's been the biggest key, the biggest strategy, the biggest thing that has helped you grow your trucking business?
That's very easy. Coaching, knowing your people, understanding the people that you bring on board is very vital. It's something that can help you. It can help take you out of business, and it can help you propel in business. And developing that actual culture for your actual employees, making sure they feel safe in that actual job setting too as well, making sure they understand that it's much more than just a job. It's somewhere you want to be at. It's something that you want to keep achieving every day. It's something that you always want to get better at every day. And
That sounds a lot. That sounds a lot like passion.
hey, what you do every day, you should be wanna be the best in. You should have passion in what you do every day, right? You don't want to just get up and just do anything every day, not have goals, not something that you're striving for every day. When I get up every day, I strive to be the best person I can be. I strive to be the best trucking company out there, no matter what. So by just having that, having people that you can trust in, having people that no matter what, you got their back in certain issues and stuff like that. If we can, to the best of our ability to as well. Basically, I stand on a family culture. So pretty much I understand things that you go through in life. I treat you just like another brother and sister, but at the end of the day, you got to be accountable, and you got to be held accountable for the things that you do, because that can either help you or break you at the end of the day. So I make sure all my employees know, my staff know, hey, no matter what, we're going to get this problem solved. We're going to fix everything, and know I'm there to help you along the whole way.
Awesome. That's great. So your passion is fueling your entrepreneurship endeavors. That's what's up. So if we had to say, how has technology impacted and helped you in your business, what would you tell me?
It helped me tenfold by just having tracking, as you know, ELD laws. So that's how we tracked our tractors from A to B. Pretty much having everything breaking down from logs, from for 14-hour shifts that they may have, or anything going over drive time as well. So that right there help us out too as well, but also for our customers to see what we're doing, see what the day-to-day operations look like every day, because having our customer have visibility and having that full transparency will help them understand what's our biggest challenge that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. So technology has, propelled the company tenfold. Just even having an app as well. I don't supposed to say this, but I have a new app coming out too as well, and it's gonna propel my company another way to probably times 100, honestly.
So technology has been a great source of inspiration and impact for helping you to navigate your business. How has customer relationships and customer service, how has that helped shape your business and helping you to grow your business as well? What's some of the key things that you've learned in that area to help you to be in the position to continue to build, develop, grow your business so Stevens Trucking Company can be on the forefront?
So basically making sure that we're giving customer satisfaction, knowing our feedback from our customers, knowing that we're providing the best service for you, or how valuable are we to you. That's the biggest thing that we have to prove and make sure that we're up on. I like to get surveys from our customers from Amazon to let us know what's happening with that too as well, just to know where we stand with them, because we have to understand customer service and keeping our customer retention is the biggest thing for any type of company.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have retention. You need to make sure your customers are happy at the end of the day
Mm-hmm.
in order to stay in business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest thing that I say, like just making sure you follow up with your customers, making sure they're okay, making sure they understand these obstacles that we deal with every day. It can be small or big problems too. How we deal with those problems and how we relating that to you as well. Let you know the biggest issues that we having, and then what we did to fix that. You don't know what we had to deal with at that point in time, but it got done.
Mm-hmm.
it got finished and it got completed. But we can give you the data, we can give you the facts later on after the work is done. But we got that load done. We got everything pushed in like we supposed to. And just having that factor and having that grit with you every day, being a problem solver. My drivers get a lot of things solved out there. My dispatchers has day-to-day problems that they able to fix, and they come up with solutions for these things. Right now, I want my actual company to be strictly solution based. I don't want to have us, oh, we can't do this. Let's figure our things out. Let's rack our brains together. Say like my dispatcher called me right now because they can't figure it out. I give them a solution. That's why they call me, and that's why I'm in the position I'm in right now. But making sure I had those solutions for my dispatchers, or they need to go over anything like that too as well. It might be a slight problem that could be a big problem later on down the line, and it can affect customer retention too as well. So just having those, teachable moments with your actual employees, and then having that actual data backed up for your actual clients. Let them know, hey, we got everything covered, and these are the obstacles that we deal with day to day.
We're talking to Andrew Stevens from Stevens Trucking Company, and you on this Money Mondays where we're talking to a dope financial professional. And then this case, we're talking also to a cash value wealth builder who is leveraging cash value life insurance to build wealth for himself and his family. So check this out. As a financial advisor, I'm always curious, especially when I talk to young entrepreneurs, especially entrepreneurs under the age of 30, because I know y'all know how to make money. And it's always interesting to get you guys to kind of look at how you're going to keep the money, how you're going to protect the money, how you're going to preserve the money, how you're going to grow the money so you can enjoy it and then pass it on to the next generation, because that's why you're really putting all of this work in as an entrepreneur. And so I'm curious to know, how have you been able to manage the financial aspects of your business? Because you're a relatively new entrepreneur, and you're learning a lot of business strategies and a lot of business principles. So what can you just tell us one or two financial strategies that you've implemented to help you in business?
I have a lot of strategies. First, let me say, we did change our name this year. Our name is now Drew's 3PL Worldwide.
So tell us why you did that.
I had to change that so we can separate ourselves from others, and then so we can have the trademarking rights to it by going to all these, new events and new summits and stuff like that. Understanding naming is vital, and you need to make sure nobody can mess with your name at the end of the day, and your name is powerful too as well. Mm-hmm. So just having that right in there, making sure that they know who we are and what we represent at the end of the day is pretty vital for us. So that's why I changed the name, went over a lot of different branding, had to switch a lot of things up just for us. So at the end of the day, we can be safe, no issues can happen, and we represent ourselves nicely. But to go back to your actual point with financials, understanding your team, sometimes when you grow at this rate, because I went from 0 to 30 trucks in a year and a half. So
you went from 0 to 30 trucks in 18 months?
Yes, sir.
Let's clap that up right there, bro. That's a big accomplishment and a big feature right there. 30 trucks in 18 months?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll clap for that one, baby. I'm gonna clap for that one. So I'm sorry. Go get back to what you were saying.
So basically, with all that financial, I need financial stability. I already know how to manage my money and do things with my money, but I need a professional. That's why I reached out to you as well, and my CPA, making sure I have a good relationship with them, understanding money, coming up with strategies with our money, and to put things in places so we can grow at the end of the day. So I'll say having you a good CPA and having you a good financial advisor. Those people are very vital when you're building a trucking company. Knowing your numbers, you have to know your numbers, because if you don't know your numbers, you're just gonna be running out there and losing a lot of money and not knowing what you're doing with your money. I helped a lot of people get in business, honestly. And
what are some of the key numbers in trucking that they should be paying attention to?
They should know their expenses, their overhead. They have to know their overhead. They have to know your mileage per mile. You need to know how much it's going to take for your fuel, how much for your easy pass, locations of where you're going to pick up. You have to know these simple things and know which your number is, your bottom line number of how it's going to help you out there. Hey, this week I may break even, or this week I'm gonna propel over a couple of 2, 3, 4, 5 more thousand, and that makes up for the previous week from before. So knowing your numbers is so vital, and knowing what to do with your money is so vital. When you don't know what you're doing with your money, then that's how people get out of business. If you over leverage yourself with partnerships, you'll lose a lot of money fast. So if numbers not looking right, you can lose partnerships. You can lose clients very fast. So it's what you do is very important. As an owner, what you do is very important. Not straying away from, the flashy things, the expensive cars and the houses and stuff like that. Knowing, hey, you have people to take care of. You got families that you're responsible for. And knowing your numbers is very vital for that, because it's going to be able to help your family, and not just yours, other people's family. And right now, I have 60 employees. So I went from 0 to 60 in a year and a half. So I had to do a lot of growing up. I had to understand what are my key things, my key factors, my numbers, and what I'm going to represent for those people and those families. So it's a lot of things you have to know. And having my own, cash value that you built for me is very helpful to me as well. And then building that as a legacy, building that as a bank for me too as well in the back end, to be able to do things, pull it away and use it for other strategies as well. That's just only going to help me tenfold.
Let's clap that up. Let's clap that up, because, I tell people all the time, cash value life insurance is not what it is. What it allows you to do with it. So that gives you some flexibility, some options, some control of your money, so you can be able to live out life on your terms. And that's the most important thing. And that's why it goes hand in hand with entrepreneurship. So you said something very, very interesting that I want you to kind of circle back on. I remember you said some interesting things about the first year. You had some challenges. You lost almost $5,000. You got into your first car accident. I mean, not your car accident, your first trucking accident. You grew your business in 18 months. You've doubled your workforce. You went from 1 to 30 members on your team now.
60 now.
I'm sorry?
60.
60. I'm sorry. I don't want to shortchange you. I know I said.
That's a lot of
work. I know. I said 30 when you said 60. That's a whole lot. So my apologies, and I'll correct that. 60. How has marketing helped play a role in your expansion of your business?
I say word of mouth. Word of mouth. How you treat your people. That's very vital. How you treat your people. How transparent you are to your people, and that goes a long way, because I don't have a lot of people come from just word of mouth. People talking about us. They want to know what we're doing, how we doing the things that we're doing. Just having that in place, I really didn't do too many marketing. In the beginning, I had to do Indeed for marketing, because they didn't know me. They didn't know who I was. They don't know what characteristics I stand on and my morals and stuff like that. But until I started really building, and then people really start, following me to a certain extent. They say, hey, this is a guy I can get behind. This is a guy that he's not gonna shortchange me. He's gonna give me the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna let me know what's really going on, and he's gonna tell me, hey, if I'm messing up, I'm messing up, and he's giving me vital information to improve on myself. And that's all I really want from my employees, to get better on themselves, do the best that they can, and then provide for their families at the end of the day. So just by having that in place, so I did do Indeed in the beginning, but most likely now I just do all word of mouth. I also about to start one other thing too. It's just for marketing, because honestly, my queue right now for people that's waiting for my company is over 105 people.
What?
Yeah, it's a lot of people trying to get in right now. And I'm honestly, since I just started posting on social media, I got even more. So I'm particularly sound on picking people, and I choose wisely now from learning from back then, because it's all about my culture and the people that I allow in us into our actual company. It is a self-reflection of myself, my company, and all the other drivers. Because if you have a bad stigma with that driver, you think the whole company is messed up, and you think the whole company is out of whack. But that's to be like that's not true. It's just that one person, and that one person can have everybody else look like bad apples in a bunch. So
So it's kind of interesting that you say that. You know, you got 105 people in your queue right now. You know, we're just coming off of attending the conference, Traffic Sales and Profit by Ronnie and Lamar Tyler, and they basically talks about. Yeah, shout out to them how to build traffic in your sales, and so you can keep more of your profit. And one of the things they had a guest speaker that came in and talked about standard operational procedures, and everybody talks about standard operations procedures. But one of the things that I got hipped on that I can't wait to go back and implement, and I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing, and everyone else out there that's listening, is to not only have standard operational procedures, but one of the things I learned from this conference was to have standard automated procedures as well.
Yeah.
So now that's going to be another thing that you can level up and incorporate in your business. I'm going to encourage you to do that as well, so that you can take your business to new heights and be on other platforms. And
my app already gonna have that. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, but that's what's good. I mean, but those are some of the things as a business owner that we need to pay attention to, because those are things and those are tools that can help us to kind of get back some of our time. Yes. One of the things, I'm going to change this up a little bit. We're talking to Andrew Stevens from Stevens Trucking Company. I want to change this up a little bit. I'm going to put you on a road trip.
Okay.
So you're in a truck and you're driving. You got a long drive. Mm-hmm. And you have one historical feature that can be riding in your passenger seat. Who would you want that historical feature, historical figure to be? And what would be one of the things or some of the questions that you would ask that historical figure to kind of help you propel in business?
Martin Luther King.
Okay.
It's only wrong is that so much change and so much exposure I have got from him and the things I'm able to do today, but also his leading.
Okay.
How you led those people, how did you have all that influence of those people, what things I can implement into my company to help me be a better leader. I want to be better every day, and he was just such a inspirational figure. So I'll say I have a lot of questions for him, honestly. I will be in there talking for days, honestly.
Okay, you got one of them, leadership question. Whatever question would you ask?
Just life.
Okay.
Hey, what he has been through. Like, what I wasn't there at that time. I know this is a tidbit for you so you can know. My dad was 82.
Okay.
So my dad always used to tell me things that happened back in the day, things that he would recollect and stuff like that. And then just more of those back history stories, more of hearing what happened back in the day. So those mistakes I don't make. I want to make sure I understand the history, understand what things not to do, and be better for myself, not just myself or my generation, and for my legacy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So running the business under 30, I know it can be very, 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 very challenging. So I see you over there. So how do you maintain like a life balance?
So, as we was talking about that earlier, but I'll say I take this very serious because I provide for my family. My family works for me too as well. So, my brothers and sisters and stuff like that. I do have days that I'm off. I do have, time I spent with family and stuff like that. That is very important. But at the end of the day, I have to get this work done. I have to have vision. I have to have projections. I have to make sure, I'm thinking not just for myself. I'm thinking for them too, because those are my nieces and my nephews. So I know how you see me working every day, but that's back in my mind. That I don't
every day.
Every day.
So 9 days a week. I don't know how you do 9 days a week.
I know.
I'm like, boy.
I know I was just talking to one of my friends. She was like, how you work? I said, you talked to me yesterday, right? I ain't gonna see. Yeah, I've been up for 48 hours. As an entrepreneur, you honestly, I know that it don't sound healthy, but honestly, it's the grind. It's what you thinking, what you wanna prove, what you wanna be, and aspirations, your goals. And sometimes that take away from me, and my mind just keep racing. Things to improve on, things to get better on, things to pivot from to get better on. These more strategies I can make up in my head, so I can break any little situation down and improve on that situation. So it's pretty much just making sure I'm I'm well taken care of, my family's well taken care of, and my employees well taken care of, because I don't want nothing to happen to them. I don't want no bad news. If I got to deal with bad news, I deal with it. But how I can pivot from that, how I can be better from that, and then how I can change from different life lessons that I keep building on every day to be a better me, be a better man, and be a better role model to other kids too. Because by me putting all this stuff out, me talking to the other kids in the TSP, I seen their face light up, happy, because they seen somebody doing things that I'm doing, all the businesses I have, all the success I have. It's not nerve wracking. It's something that I want to leave a legacy for. I want to make sure those kids know they can do the exact same thing. They can keep rising above adversity. They can meet the standard, and they can surpass the standard. They can be excellent. They can be fantastic. They can reach the stars if they want to. So pretty much just having that in their mindset. I know I was telling them what I had. I had double hip surgery when I was in college. That stopped my actual career. Didn't want to go further on with that as well. Just, hearing my backstory, things that I dealt with, and how I still went past and beat every adversity, every obstacle, every challenge that I had. And I'm still here today. And I'm still providing. I'm still giving life lessons. I'm still able to enjoy time with my family.
And you still ain't even turned 30 yet.
Yeah.
I want to have some fun right now. You got 60 trucks, right?
I got 30 trucks.
30 trucks.
I could have went to 60 already, but I felt though.
Okay, let's talk about your 30 trucks.
Okay, my bad.
So you got 30 trucks.
I have multiple clients though, besides Amazon too, but that have helped me improve on my client skills, proposals, things in that nature to acquire those new customers, acquire those new people that's coming on to our actual company.
Okay, but we're gonna have some fun now.
Okay.
You got 30 trucks.
Yes, sir.
Operational.
Yeah.
If those 30 trucks can talk about your drivers and your driver skills, what would those trucks say?
Those trucks be saying some things. They be talking for real. Hey, they'll never take care of me. They be moving. They aggressive sometimes.
They're aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, but that's what take.
Gotta make that deadline, huh?
They gotta make that. They gotta get that, but as safe as possible too as well. We we safety first no matter what. So we make sure our drivers take care of our trucks too. I also do have I clean my tractors too as well. I have a cleaning service that come out, clean our tractors, make sure it's nice and tight for our drivers. Pretty much making sure they're taken care of at all times, because that's very important. And then making sure those diseases get transferred across and stuff like that. Just making sure we're taking the extra step and the extra mile for those trucks. But things is different. We have different types of trucks. We have CNG tractors. I do have diesel tractors on my other end for my other clients. But pretty much figuring out the biggest issues that we have with those trucks. We do have an on-site team as well for mechanics. So we do really take care of our trucks a lot. And I make sure my operations.
But you ain't tell me what them trucks are going to be saying, though.
Now I can't tell you what they say. I can't tell you what they say, but I know they talk. I know they talk crazy.
So as an entrepreneur, some of my biggest lessons that I've learned has come from failure.
Yes.
I failed at something. I failed at something miserably. I brush my shoulder, brush the dirt off the shoulders and get back up and get back on, and get back onto the journey of entrepreneurship. So, can you tell us a time or share something where you experienced failure, and like what was one of the things that you did to help you to get back on the entrepreneurial
I'm gonna give
journey once you experienced that failure?
I'm gonna give you this one. You
Okay.
gonna look at me crazy.
Oh Lord.
Listen. All right. So I told you how I went negative 4,000, right?
Yeah.
For that one box truck, right?
Uh-huh.
So to even get started with Amazon to a certain extent, you gotta have at least 40,000
Okay.
for just that with that program.
Okay.
So I had all that, everything I needed for the backups and anything like that. I had that. So when I first started with them, with trucks I got from them, my first week I was negative $7,589.60.
Oh my God! Yeah, you even
And I
you had
know
it
this
down to the 60
cent.
cents.
I know these cent. Matter of fact, no, it was $7,786.63. And the only reason why I knew that because I kept staring at it and I was looking at it and I said, "Yo, I just did payroll. This is so crazy." And mind you, I started out with 56. So I had to build the whole system up from ground up. I had to find the actual yards. I had to find the drivers. I had to put out the ads for the drivers as well. I had to pay for payroll costs in the first week as well. Like, it was so much stuff I had to do in the beginning. Getting the our letters branded on the tractors, making sure those things is well taken care of, maintenance issues. So it's just that in a sense as I had to make sure everything is getting taken care of before I even started. Now this is before I even started. Like my first week of them running. That's not regular. That's not. So
Entrepreneurship is not for the faint of heart, huh?
it's not at all. It's not at all. And I'm telling you the things I had to do. I didn't borrow no money. I just worked. I did it because I knew the outcome. I knew where I could be at. So I just grinded. Figured out some couple strategies. I can't tell y'all here on this one because that's very vital. That's crazy right there what I had to do. But I'll say mindset. Okay. It always come back to mindset because your mindset got to be strong for this. Mm-hmm. This is not no regular thing that you're a part of. And then trucking industry is animal. It's a beast. It will eat you up and spit you out any day at a time. And I know y'all just seen like 60,000 truck owner operators went out of business last year. This year, I think it's a couple more thousands as well. Just because people don't know their expenses, their numbers, they don't have partnerships, they don't know what they're doing. Pretty much don't know nothing. They just got into it because they heard about it. And it can be an ugly turn for people that don't know what they're doing. So that's why I'm also coming out with my course. But, just to teach people how to do this, get into the right way, know what they're doing, giving them a teaching of what they're supposed to be doing, and giving them a walkthrough for certain things too as well. But just know this and do your research because a lot of people I talked to help get in business. They didn't do their research. Then the people that I helped that didn't stay in business, they didn't listen to me. I mean, this when you take information from your mentor, I understand you got to spin it and do it your own way so it matches you. But make sure you don't deviate that far away from your mentor telling you what to do.
There's a reason why your mentor is telling you to put this.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to follow the blueprint. The blueprint is very important because it can take you off and spin you all different types of ways. And then you don't know how to adjust. You don't know how to pivot because you've never been in this position. When you in this type of position, and this is big money, it's not little money. It's thousands and thousands of dollars. Some people are just used to a couple $100 or just $1,000, $2,000 in there, but they're not used to 10s, 20s, 30s, hundreds of thousands, moving, shifting all different types of ways, planning strategy. You've never been a part of this actual system, and this system is very thorough. You have to know what you're doing. So just by understanding those key factors, just understanding what you need to do, and then taking actual mentor advice of these, life lessons that you're going to have to go through. So knowing those things is very vital for yourself when you first start in the truck industry.
Good, good, good. 5 years.
Yes, sir. I had my trucking business for 5 years. Didn't start it my first year, but my second year I did. So I think it's 4 years. About to go on 5 now.
So 5 years from now, if we look back and we listening to this again and we're watching this, what needed to happen for you to be like, yo, my business has been thriving because of the things that I've implemented?
System and processes. That's very key right now. I see in the past mistakes I made, just having a better system, having a better structure. And that's why I just said I didn't want to go up 50 more, because I had more contracts. I had more people asking me to do X, Y, and Z. More mail work, more, Clorox work, more polo screens work, all these other things. You feel me? More clients that wanted me to do so much and more. But I had to get back and know my actual system, know exactly what I'm doing, and then how those systems are going to go in place to help myself out. By having those systems in place, rebuilding on step-by-step processes of what to do when certain things go wrong, like a mechanical tractor, like an accident too as well, how to follow those certain steps, how to retract, how to get better on those things, how to provide more clarity into your actual customers with these processing systems, having more transparency for your customers to see. It's a lot of different devices and technology that they use just so the customers can track the actual, track the product and stuff like that. So as you guys already know, pretty much just having the tracking from Amazon, how they track you from A to Z, they know what time you get in there too as well. That's vital for you, because now you know, hey, I'll be here at this time. I may have to be getting off of work at this time too as well, or I got to pick up my kids from school. I know my package is going to be here at this certain time. Now I got pictures showing my packages is there at a certain time too as well. So the more detailed you are for your customers, it's going to propel you in a whole nother level. And that shows value for your customers, because now your customers can see everything that's going on with their package. And now they're like, okay, I'll choose this company and versus another company that's not able to show me things that's going on. And then I don't know when my package got there. I don't got pictures when it happened. I didn't sign for these certain important packages for me. So those things are very vital. Technology is growing. AI is growing. All these things are growing right now, and you have to get with the times. Trucking companies have to get with the times in order for to keep up and be. It's a very competitive market. So how you how you are different from other actual companies will help you propel too as well.
That's right. Because if you don't change, you would definitely die.
Yes.
that's been stated fact, especially in business. I remember when Netflix, before Netflix became popular, we had I just forgot the name of the big video company that they didn't think Netflix was going to make it because they didn't pay attention to them. Blockbuster.
There you go.
And then,
Yo, they didn't see that coming.
They did not adopt the change.
Yeah.
So change took them out because they didn't innovate and didn't embrace change. It is so important.
Innovation is key.
It is so important. And that's why so many businesses spend so much money in the innovation department, because they know if they don't change, they're going to die.
Because you're getting yourself better. And people see that. People understand, hey, these new changes is going to be better for me. And you're fixing a problem for your customers. Mm-hmm. The customers are paying attention to the problems that you're fixing for them.
I got a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna let you go because I know I've been holding you here. You on a trucking. Let's say you got a long trucking ride, and instead of having someone to talk to, who you listening to? What music? What music you banging in the car?
Now me, I'll say.
You better not say no Bob Dylan.
Listen. I ain't banging no Bob Dylan, but he got me on that. But lately, I'll say more lately, I've been trying to clear my mind more.
Okay.
And what's best been helping me with that is Audible. listen to books,
Listen to the book.
understanding,
That's what I'm talking
human behavior, understanding, leadership roles, positioning and stuff like that. Getting better, training my mind a little bit more deeper. So I don't even know, but before I came here, I was listening to some things too. And then I had conversations with other people about the transportation industry, about businesses too as well. They want to get me on other things with them, business wise. So I'm starting to train my mind a little bit more deeper and understand the things that I need to do, and then the partnerships I want to create with other people, not just with my nonprofit. I'm trying to, help homeless men too as well, aiding them back into society, developing more systems for that, because our men, we need to help upbring them, put them back in the right position and back in homes. That's very important and very vital for us, because a lot of people don't have their dads in their lives. So a lot of my friends don't have their dads in their lives. So pretty much just creating a better system, creating more jobs, creating a better community, so we can all be successful and a better race, because this right now is all over the place.
Yes, that is so true. Following up on that, what would be one of the key things that you would tell a new entrepreneur who just got into this business? What kind of advice and guidance would you tell them?
So if you just got into the trucking industry right now, right, it can be from dispatching, it can be from box trucking, it can be from semis. Make sure you keep doing research, making sure you can keep learning. Don't think you know everything. Pretty much trying to find a mentor. Find somebody that's in your space, that's killing it, that's doing everything they're supposed to be doing, because that person can help you cut calls. I know mentors, you got to pay to get with some mentors and stuff like that. That's an investment for yourself. Because their time is vital too as well. They got teams, they got SOPs, operations procedures to improve on too as well. They have high figure things to deal with. So you got to understand, to be around those people, you got to pay them and then intake that information. That information is key for you to grow. So you don't make those mistakes that they made. And those mistakes can cripple you in this business. That mistake can take you out from having this 1 or 2 box trucks to having none in the next day or so. I done seen it happen. I done have seen close friends that happen to them because they don't listen to certain things. So pretty much just be willing to learn, get a mentor you can be by, and learn how to do proposals. Get in other rooms too as well. Comments and chambers in your city area. Know what coming in and out of the city, out of your city, your state, federal level too as well. New projects that's coming out there. Get in tune with your actual state. Know what's going on around you. Don't be oblivious to everything. Start seeing things that's around you that involves trucking. If you want to get in this business, in this market, understand what trucking is. Understand what you have to do, if whatever position and whatever niche that you're in. Research it and keep learning about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, how do you personally define success for yourself?
So I just recently had this interview at TSP, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said success is to be a better you.
Okay.
The reason why I say be a better you, because success is not really going towards money. It's going to being the best at the things that you're doing right now. Being the best at what you're providing value to. And that's how you be successful in that. Being number one in these certain things, being in the ranking of these things, that's how you be successful. And having that, learning ability to having innovation skills, learn how to pivot, learn how to make new things up, and just, adapting to other problems and be solution based a lot more. So to me, it's to do the best you can and be the best in your field. That's really successful to me. Mm-hmm. Wealth, being rich is totally two different things. So
that's an awesome perspective.
Thank you.
Any last things you want to leave to the audience and let everyone know where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at 2__determined. My new company name is Jews 3PL Worldwide. You can look me up. I'm out there too as well. Pretty much that's all of my socials. I got a Facebook too as well, but it's
I'll make sure that his contact information will be in the show notes. Where any last things you want to leave with the audience?
I'll say, keep being y'all, keep doing the things you're doing. But now it's the time to improve on yourself, improve on your life goals. It's 2024. Be a better you. Don't slack or don't go all the way around. Not be accountable for yourself. Hold yourself accountable, because that's very important. A lot of our adults don't hold themselves accountable. I've met a lot of people. I don't hire a lot of people. I fire a lot of people. Please hold yourself accountable. Know the things that you're messing up on and improve on yourself. Stop blaming everybody else for your mistakes. It's a lot of money out there. It's a lot of things you can do in life just besides not taking accountability for yourself. And be more disciplined. Some of the things that you do. Understand discipline is a long game. It's a lot of self-reflections, because I had to have a lot. I had a lot of self-reflections on myself, and it would help me build so fast. And it's what my actual employees look at me for as, hey, he's able to be accountable for himself, and he messed up on certain things. And that's the person I want to follow. That's the person I want to, be with and learn and adapt with him, and, attack any problem that comes our way. Because I know my staff, they 10 toes down, and they with me.
That's awesome. You've talked to Andrew Stevens from Stevens Trucking Company on this edition of Money Mondays, when we talk to a dope financial professional. Andrew's also a cash value wealth builder, leveraging cash value life insurance to buy assets that's going to produce some passive income and replace his income to his family so he can live life out on his terms. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode. I'm Jeff, the Wealth Builder, financial advisor, strategist, and cash value life insurance enthusiast. You guys have a great day.